The Valvoline Motorsport Ireland Forest Rally Championship in association with the following sponsors. Hello and welcome to Ballyvorney, County Cork, a village that's steeped in history and culture. It's the birthplace of celebrated Irish poet Sean O'Riordan, whose much-loved poem Cool and Tea speaks of overlooked wonders at the back of the house. And with the Derry-na-Sagard Mountains at its back door, the place provides a wonderful setting for the Moonraker Forest Rally.
The magnificent Moonraker is upon us for round 2 of the Valvoline Motorsport Ireland National Forestry Championship. Round 1 had a nail-biting finish with just 0.6 seconds separating the winner Josh Moffat from his brother Sam, and round 2 is shaping up to be just as exciting.
With Josh's Fiesta unavailable for the event, Sam Moffat lent his younger brother the use of his R5, while Sam himself opted for the Fiesta WRC.
0.6 seconds across the entire rally. So close between yourself and Josh.
Yes, close. That's the way we like to keep it, and hopefully now we can be the other side of the 0.6 this time, and it's going to be another great battle.
Do you think you can take it again?
I don't know. It's going to be difficult. Sam's in the world car, so we're in his R5 car this weekend, so yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Even sweeter to beat him in his own car though.
Definitely would, but the world car is very fast, so it's going to be tight to keep up with it.
Top seed for the event was defending forestry champion Desi Henry, who finished 3rd overall at the opening round in Carrick-on-Suir.
Desi, 3rd in round 1, you won't be happy with that.
No, we just didn't at the pace that we wanted in the first round, so we've made a lot of changes now for this round, and we're hoping for a good run today.
Clerk of the course, Ger Seaman, and his team at the Munster Car Club have laid on 4 stages, each done twice. The longest stage, the 12.8k Knocknabro test, kicks off the event, followed by the 5.5k Derry Gnawling stage. The afternoon stages begin with the shortest test, the 3.75k Glendav stage, with the 7.6k Curra stage finishing off the loop. Keith Cronin and Mike Galvin debuted their new Fiesta R5 at the opening round in Carrick-on-Suir, where they finished 3rd overall. They took 4th overall at the opening round of the British Rally Championship, and the pair were back on home soil for the Moonraker and led the event despite this altercation with a chicane bale on stage 1. The Cork-Kerry pairing seemed to have found their feet in the new machine, setting fastest times on the first 4 stages to lead by 14 seconds. With his own Fiesta en route back from the Azores, where he finished 3rd overall in round 1 of the European Rally Championship, Josh Moffat borrowed his older brother Sam's R5 for the Moonraker and had adapted well to hold 2nd place with navigator Stephen Thornton. Switching to the Fiesta WRC, Sam Moffat had been just 1.7 seconds off brother Josh in the opener, but by the end of stage 4, that margin was up to 13 seconds as he held 3rd with navigator James Fulton. Just 1.6 seconds further back in 4th was Desi Henry, whose Skoda Fabia R5 had been trading blows with Moffat's Fiesta across the morning stages. Desi had been 3rd after stage 2, but he wasn't entirely happy with the setup of his car and dropped a spot after the 2nd run through the stages.
flat 6 left, Carrigan, flat 6 left, flat 6 right, 60, wide, fast 4 right, flat maybe, don't cut, 80, don't cut at 80, come on now, 5 left, half long, past the junction, time to 4 plus, don't cut to 4 plus, don't cut it, 100.
Trailing the top four by over a minute, Adrian Hetherington's Corolla WRC couldn't match the more modern machinery in front. He was 5th overall and led Class 15 with navigator Gary Nolan. Leading Class 20 whilst holding 6th overall was the Mitsubishi Evo 8 of local crew Ger Lucy and JJ Kremen. Johnny Leonard and Niall Burns had a few brake issues in their Evo 6 and were 18 seconds adrift, holding 2nd in class and 7th overall. 5 seconds further back was the Peugeot Mitsubishi hybrid of Liam Regan and David McElroy. The Belfast crew had to contend with clutch issues in the unusual machine. Former Northern Ireland Junior Rally champion and 2016 BT RDA 1400 champion Jordan Hone made the switch to four-wheel drive this year, and after a disappointing non-finish at the last round, the young Dungiven driver was leading Group N and holding 9th overall, with his father Paul navigating in the Evo 9.
40, stay middle, through 2 left, 130, 2 left plus and 100. 2 left plus and late, stop, 40, crest, only 46 left, come away back, 6 left.
Jordan, it's great to have you here for the Forestry because you do most of your rallying in the UK.
Yeah. Well, we started the 2 years in the BTRDA Championship. We won the BTRDA 1400 Championship. So we're glad to be here. We're starting our first year in the Group N car, the Evo 9. So looking forward to the day. Stages look good, weather looking good. So really looking forward to the day.
Barry McKenna might have been listening to Sinatra as he flew home from New York to tackle the Moonraker in the McGeehan Hire Mini WRC. And he was certainly doing it his way as he ploughed through this opening stage chicane. He held 10th overall with Leon Jordan on the notes. Another Irishman back from New York for the rally was Enda McCormick. The Longford native trailed McKenna's Mini by 8.4 seconds in his Subaru Impreza WRC. David Crossan and Damien Fleming had a great drive across the opening 2 stages to lead the two-wheel drive section and hold 7th overall. Their escort suffered a broken rear axle link on stage 3 and they slipped out of the top 10 but still led the two-wheel drive brigade by 15 seconds over Mickey Conlon and Kieran McPhillips. The former champions had trouble of their own when they damaged the suspension strut on their Mark II, but they made it back to service, holding 14th overall. Third in the two-wheel drive section was the Peugeot 208 R2 of William Creighton. The former Northern Ireland Junior 1000 winner was leading the junior class with Johnny Hart calling the notes. Defending junior champion Stephen Dixon was a bit off the pace in the opening stages and held 2nd in class with Tommy Hayes navigating in the Fiesta R2.
Fast and flowing ahead now for 250 up to 3 right plus, flowing. 3 right plus and 5 left, tightens to 3 right into 6 left. 3 right here, 6 left, 40, 4 right plus.
Junior winners from the opening round, Shane Keneally and Ger Connors, were just 5.8 seconds back in 3rd in the Honda Civic. Johnny Mulholland made the long trip down from Antrim to take on the junior class at the Moonraker Rally, with Jeff Case navigating in the eye-catching Hyundai i20.
4 right, 40, 5 right, tightens past the junction into 2 right, don't cut. Tightens to 2 right, don't cut.
With a couple of years navigating under his belt, Kieran Lynch was making his debut behind the steering wheel at his local rally, and it was so far so good in the Honda Civic.
It's your first day out. How are you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad. We're still going and good weather for it and everything. So what more do I want? Happy enough.
You've called the notes before yourself. It's a lot different behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different story, right, but in a bit more control, right, so it's not too bad.
A very familiar name on the entry lists of forest rallies over the years is the Benskin name. The local family had 4 members competing at the Moonraker, including a son, a father and a grandfather.
3 generations of rallying men here at the Benskins. Raymond, you would have started it all off.
I sure did, but 1971 I started.
And what got you into rallying?
I just got interested, I liked the sport.
And Bobby, you would have seen your dad do it?
I had seen him over the years and followed us like, all the time, you know.
And no doubt then, Chris.
I had to follow.
So, out of all of you, who's the quickest?
We'll see. We'll see.
See tonight.
There were more rival relatives at the head of the field as the battling Moffat brothers trailed a very relaxed Keith Cronin in a top 3 dominated by Ford Fiestas.
Keith, you're holding the lead. The stages are suiting you.
Yeah, no, the first 4 stages have been good. Happy with the way everything has gone. Trying to pick up my pace all the time in the Ford as I get more miles. So far, so good.
And that's how the leaderboard looks at the halfway point. But with 2 new stages to come in the afternoon, it's still all to play for at the Abbey Hotel Moonraker Forest Rally.
Well, the dust has yet to settle here in Ballyverney and the sun is shining for this fabulous event. But will Keith Cronin keep that all-important lead that he's built up over the last few stages? We'll find out after the break.
The Valvoline Motorsport Ireland Forest Rally Championship in association with the following sponsors. Welcome back to Ballyvorney, County Cork for part 2 of the Abbey Hotel Moonraker Forest Rally. The sun was playing its part in what was proving a fabulous event for round 2 of the Forest Rally Championship. 2 new stages, both run twice, awaited the competitors, and the quickest through the opener were the rally leaders Keith Cronin and Mike Galvin. The reigning tarmac champions did encounter some trouble, however, when a damaged anti-roll bar caused some handling issues in their Fiesta R5. Third quickest in stage 6, their lead was 22 seconds with 2 tests remaining. Current Young Rally Driver of the Year, Josh Moffat, felt that he chose the wrong tyres for the new stages and lost a couple of seconds per stage to the drivers around him. He still maintained second overall, but the margin to third was just 9 seconds after stage 6. Just behind his younger brother, former Young Rally Driver of the Year, Sam Moffat, beat Josh on both stages and set fastest time overall in stage 6 as he got up to speed in the Fiesta WRC. Second quickest on 5 and 6, Desi Henry was also getting into the groove in his Skoda Fabia R5, but he still held 4th overall, just 2 seconds off Sam Moffat. The pace was really hot at the top.
Oh, 3 in here now. Just slowing, keep right over 60, 1 left going down. 1 left, tidy now, it is the one. 40, Carrigan after now. 40, flat 6 right over crest jump, 40, 4 right in, 40, very fast 4 right in.
Having fixed the damaged axle in his escorted service, David Crossan was back on the pace again. The County Down driver was quickest 2-wheel drive across the 2 afternoon stages to lead the division by 26 seconds. Having already damaged a suspension strut in his Mark II, Mickey Conlon had a cautious drive through stages 5 and 6 and was unlikely to catch the flying Crossan with just 2 short stages left to go.
David leading the 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, we're delighted there, but we're delighted even to be here. We on the long stage 3, the Watts link broke, the bolt broke, so the car was very, very undrivable. So it was. The car was all over the road, but we got it fixed in service and with a good run there. So pleased.
Well, we've done the maths, and between these 2 gents here and the car, it's 174 years experience. Isn't that right, Hal?
That's just about it, I'd say, yeah. Well, I'm 71 this year. Car was 1978, and Joe fills the bit in the maths in between.
And it's your car?
It was my car. Hal has bought it off me, and part of the deal was that he'd take the old sack of spuds with him.
Now, a lot of experience, I would say, between the 2 of you. Are you confident you can take a win here today?
Guys, it's going to be painful, I'm afraid. No, I haven't done forestry for 20 years, and I've never driven past notes in forestry.
Okay.
And I only sat in the car yesterday for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So we have a steep learning curve, but we're going to enjoy ourselves.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Main thing.
And we'll see how the lads fared shortly as we turn to the various class battles now. And taking 2 Class 1 wins out of 2 were Seamus Heaney and Michael Culleton in the Honda Civic. Graham Colfer followed up his opening round Class 2 win with second in class at the Moonraker. He and navigator Dave Woodcock provided some entertaining moments once again inside the Honda Integra.
100 over this jump, to a 2 left, into a 1 right, 100 again. Oh! Yes, oh! Bump, crest over finish. Crest over finish. You.
Taking the Class 2 win by 7 seconds in the Citroen C2 R2 Max was Cork crew Cal McCarthy and Andrew Mahan. Rory Maguire and Grace O'Brien added another Class 9 win to their collection in the Vauxhall Corsa. Former Class 10 champion Mike Garrahy had looked like a shoe-in for another class win until this moment on stage 6 saw him lose a wheel and drop to 3rd in class. Pascal O'Shea and Robbie Hennessy move into the Class 10 points lead with the runner-up spot in Ballyvorney. But taking a convincing win in Class 10 was local crew Tom Murphy and Kieran O'Donoghue in another Mark II. Taking the Class 11F win by just 1.5 seconds in the end were Michael Fahey and Jerry Clancy in the Honda Integra. Chris Benskin may not have been the quickest of the 4 family members competing at the Moonraker, but he did take home the Class 11R trophy with navigator Eugene Cronin. Chris's father, Bob Benskin, had been leading Class 12, but he retired with mechanical trouble on stage 6. Emmett Cronin took back the Class 12 lead from Benskin going into the final loop, but he was forced to retire his Escort not far from the end of the stage. Hugely disappointing for the local driver. In the battle for Benskin bragging rights, Ray Benskin had to settle for 2nd place as he took 4th in Class 12 behind his brother Sean Benskin, who finished 3rd in Class 12 with navigator Joe Fitzgibbon. In a reversal of the previous round's results, Alan and James Commons took 2nd place in the Pinto class, just 2.9 seconds behind Class 12 winners Chris Sims and Mo Downey. In the hotly contested Class 13 battle, Hal Lewis and Joe Shinners were delighted to take 6th place. Perhaps more at home on the racing circuit than the gravelly mountain lanes of Cork, James Lucy's RX-8 Mazda performed well to finish a creditable 5th in Class 13. Another unusual sight on the Irish Forest stages is the BMW 320 of Damien McGowan, who finished 4th in Class 13 with navigator Darren Curran. 3rd in the 2-wheel drive 2-litre class was the Escort of Tyrone Kerry pairing Owen Mackin and Liam Nolan. Mickey Conlon and Kieran McPhillips had to settle for 2nd in the 2-wheel drive section and 14th overall. But taking the 2-wheel drive win by 34.9 seconds in the end was Cumber's David Crossan, who finished 12th overall with Tralee's Damien Fleming navigating in the Vauxhall-powered Escort.
David, congratulations, you're home in 1st place in the 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, over the moon. At one of those days where it just clicked for us. Damien done a first-class job in the notes. Stages was brilliant. Organisation of the rally was brilliant. Just really enjoyed it, and the weather was good.
The battle for maximum points in the Junior Championship went down to the wire, with round 1 winner Shane Keneally having to settle for 3rd in class and 2nd place points as he finished just 2.8 seconds behind the Fiesta R2 of Stephen Dixon. The defending Junior Champion took 2nd in class but secured maximum points as class winner William Creighton isn't registered for the series.
Taking the win in the juniors, you must be delighted.
Yeah, it's been a good day, like with a wee bit of a slow start to the morning. But we just kept going all day and ended up where we got the win, so we're happy with it.
As well as top spot in the juniors, Creighton finished 3rd in the overall 2-wheel drive standings, with Johnny Hart calling the notes in the Peugeot 208 R2. The new M. O'Brien plant hire Junior 1000 class for 16 to 18 year olds entered its second round on the Moonraker. And once again, the Peugeot 107s of Alex Byrne and Jason Murphy lined up to do battle, and quite a battle it was, as just half a second separated round one winner Jason and Alex on stage one. On the second test, the pressure was off as Alex made a mistake dropping 3 minutes, but the roles were reversed on stage 3 when Jason's 107 suffered a mechanical problem, taking a stage maximum and rejoining the event under Super Rally. That left Alex Byrne and James Fogarty with a clear victory.
Alex, home in first place for the J1000. You must be delighted.
Oh, delighted to get the win, yeah. We didn't start off so great this morning. We had a moment on SS2 where we rolled over. We got back on and we were cautious enough, got on the pace and got the win in the end, so we're delighted with the finish and the win, obviously.
In the historic section, Fermanagh crew Mark Johnson and Christopher Corrie took the win in their Escort Mark II. To the four-wheel drive classes now, and the Class 7 honours come down to two New York-based Irish men, with Enda McCormick taking second in class and 11th overall in the Subaru Impreza WRC.
6 right over crest jump tightens, and 4 right in, and 4 right in over loose, and 80 down to a caution, 6 left tightens to a 4 left over loose at the bail, into 6 right and short 4 left.
Taking the Class 7 trophy were Barry McKenna and Leon Jordan in the Mini WRC. In Class 4, Ashley Dixon and Larkin Moore took 4th place in the Mitsubishi Evo 9.
Okay, it's flat, 5 left in and 6 right carry. 5 left in and 6 right carry, 130, keep left into crest bump, okay.
Conor McCourt and Caelan McKenna took 3rd in class in their similar machine. Conor's brother, Cahan McCourt, took the runner-up spot in Class 4, with Brian Hoy calling the notes. But taking the Group N win in another Evo 9 was Jordan Hone, who was only bested by the R5 and WRC machinery on the final stage as he finished 8th overall with Dad Paul navigating. Seeded 9th and finishing 9th was the Peugeot 206 of Liam Regan and David McElroy, who took 3rd in Class 20. Second in Class 20 and 7th overall went to Johnny Leonard and Niall Burns in the Mitsubishi Evo 6. Local crew Ger Lucy and JJ Kremen took the Class 20 win by 16 seconds and finished 6th overall in the Evo 8. Adrian Hetherington and Gary Nolan brought their Toyota Corolla WRC to the top of Class 15 and 5th overall. Quickest of the R5 machines on the final stage, Desi Henry finished well, but had to settle for 4th overall with Liam Moynihan navigating in the Skoda Fabia. Sam Moffat set fastest overall time on the final stage in his Fiesta WRC, but it wasn't enough to reel in younger brother Josh in the R5, and he finished 3rd overall, just 4.3 seconds behind his younger brother. Having borrowed Sam's R5 Fiesta, Josh certainly put it to good use, as he took the runner-up spot and secured maximum points in the championship to edge further ahead of Sam on the overall leaderboard. But there was no catching Keith Cronin and Mike Galvin, who took the win by over 20 seconds in their Fiesta R5. Not registered for the series, the pair were using the event as preparation for the next round of the British Championship, but the win was certainly a sweet one for Cork man Keith.
Keith, home first place, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, very happy with it. We didn't come here necessarily with the intention to win, but right from the word go, car felt good, I felt good, and we just and Mikey was good, and we just gelled, and times were good from the word go.
And Josh, 2nd place here today. Serious pace out there.
Yeah, definitely the pace out there, unbelievable with Sam and Desi and Keith there. Like it was tight going all day, so definitely we're over the moon to come home where we did.
Sam, 3rd overall. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, somewhat. You always want to be higher up or winning, but no, look, we had a good day. Probably a slow start to the rally, and we had a good ending to it, so we had good pace towards the end. Fantastically run stages, and all the marshals, everything seemed to run very well, and I think it's time for a beer for everyone.
And there's confirmation of the results at the Abbey Hotel Moonraker Forest Rally. And a look at the leaderboard after 2 rounds sees Josh Moffat edge ahead of a tight chasing pack.
Well, the dust is yet to settle here in Ballyvorney for what truly has been a fantastic event. Keith Cronin takes a well-deserved win, and the battle in the overall championship rages on to the hills of Donegal in a few weeks' time. We'll see you then.